By the end of this video, you will understand the number one reason why our current system of changing the clocks is the worst possible choice for your health. I'm going to tell you exactly how it disrupts your body's internal clock according to new data, and reveal the simple, science-backed alternative that could make us all healthier. So, the researchers at Stanford Medicine wanted to know something simple. How do these different time policies affect our internal body clocks, and what does that mean for our health? We all have one of these clocks, called a circadian rhythm. It's what runs things in the background like our sleep, our immune system, and our energy levels. When you mess with that rhythm, it can cause a domino effect. We've known for a while that the spring forward is a rough time. It's been linked to more heart attacks and car accidents right after the change. But the Stanford team wanted to look at the bigger picture. What are the long-term effects of constantly switching versus just picking one time and sticking with it? So what they did was build a detailed model. They basically simulated what light exposure looks like for people in every single county across the mainland US for a whole year. Then they connected that information with health data from the CDC to see how often people were getting diseases like stroke and obesity under each time setup. And what they found was pretty clear. Our current system of changing the clocks twice a year is the worst possible choice for our health. The best option turned out to be permanent standard time. Let's talk numbers. The model showed that if we switched to permanent standard time, we could prevent around 300,000 strokes every single year. It would also lead to about 2.6 million fewer people having obesity. Sticking with permanent daylight saving time would also be an improvement, just not as big of one. Both of these health issues are really tied to how well our body clocks are working. It all comes down to light. Think of it like this. Morning light basically hits the go button on our internal clock, getting it synced up for the day. Evening light tells it to slow down and get ready for sleep. When that timing is consistently off, the clock gets weaker, and that affects everything else. The study even found that early birds might do a little better on permanent daylight saving time because the extra light at night helps adjust their naturally shorter cycle. But for most of us, getting more light in the morning is what keeps our bodies running smoothly. Now, the researchers were quick to point out their model isn't perfect. It doesn't account for things like a cloudy day or personal habits. And they assumed people get a decent amount of sunlight, when in reality most of us spend our days inside. But here's the bottom line. As one of the study's authors said, this whole debate used to be a theory without any real data. Now we have data. This is the most detailed look we've ever had at what these time policies actually mean for our health. It just goes to show how much our health is connected to the world around us, down to the rhythm of light and dark. It isn't just about feeling a little groggy for a day or two. And that makes me think, how much do we underestimate the power of these subtle things in our environment? Have you ever noticed a real difference in your mood or energy depending on how much sunlight you get? After hearing this, would you support getting rid of the time change for good? I'm genuinely curious to hear what you think. Let's talk about it in the comments.